Thank you very much. We can continue with the next presentation. The next presentation is going to be held by Associated Professor Said Aoun Mohammed from University of Veterinary and Animal Sciences, Lahore, Pakistan. He is going to talk about the current status of local street farriers in Pakistan. Dear respected professor, it is your turn. You can share your presentation. Thank you very much. During you open your presentation, I can introduce you in Turkish. Bundan sonraki konuşmamız Sayın Doçent Doktor Said Aoun Mohammed, Pakistan Lahore Üniversitesi'nden. Buyurun Can Hocam.
Ali Bey'e sorular en son mu?
Evet hocam, Halil Selçuk Gürcük hocama sordum. Çalıştayın son kısmında soruları alalım dedi. Şu anda toplayabiliriz. En son kısımda özetleyeceğiz hocam. Çok teşekkür ederim komutanım. İkinci konuşmacı olarak Pakistan Lahore Veteriner ve Hayvan Bilimleri Üniversitesi'nden Sayın Doçent Doktor Said Aoun Mohammed konuşmasını yapacak. Pakistan'daki lokal olaraktan çalışan sokak nalbantlarının şu andaki güncel durumu hakkında bize bilgi verecek. Dear respected professor, you can open your presentation. We are happy to hear your presentation.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yes, we can see. We can hear you, and we can see also your presentation.
Thank you very much, and I'm very grateful and thankful to Professor Halil for giving me this opportunity and honor to present my pellet. In fact, this is the pellet survey, and in fact, it was an assignment which was given to the undergraduate students, and just to highlight the current status of our local street farrier, particularly in our district, District Jhang, and some surrounding districts of the Punjab province. So I'm very much thankful to the organizer, and I'm highly thankful to Professor Halil just giving me this opportunity and honor. And you know that this ferry, this is one of the most old surviving art or craft, you can say, which is called as ferry. And ferry is too much old. As if you look at the history of the ferry, it is as older as the start of the domestication of the equine. So if we go beyond thousands of years back, the horses were domesticated. And after the domestication, the main issues of the horses or equines, that was the issues of the foot. So if you look at the balance between the growth of the foot and the you can say the rate of wear and tear. So just to keep the balance between the rate of wear and tear, and to keep the balance between the growth of the foot, so the people have to go for this this sort of art. So you know that the history beyond that, it start from the European, from the hippo sandal, and ultimately it was end with the invention of the shoes. So shoe is one of the most fabricated product that is being used nowadays, and that is the way that which can protect the hoof from different types of the health issues and from extra wear and tears. So the objective of this current study, you can say the survey, was just to highlight the current issues of the local street farriers of the Pakistan, which are now facing, and this profession that is going below because of the current situation, that the cities, they are growing, and the population of the equine in the cities, that is declining. And similarly, the purchasing capacity of the people, that is not too much, that so the paying ratio, the paying level to the farrier, that is not too much. So that's why the people, they are not very good the interested to adopting this profession. So that's why this assignment was given to the undergraduate students just to ascertain the status. So my dear sir that introduced my name is Syed Aun Muhammad, and I belong to the Department of Clinical Sciences, University of Veterinary and Animal Sciences, Lahore. And you know that the current situation of Pakistan is that still we have 25% of the human population that is living below the international poverty line, and still the 25% people, they are still beyond the purchasing capacity of below than $2. And similarly, the human resource development, as you know, that this is one of the key factor which can play its role in, you can say, the raising the economy of the nations. And still, our nation that is still, that is not gaining too much improvement in this case, and we ranked in 152nd countries of the world out of 119 countries as far as the human resource development is concerned. So the human resource development is totally dependent upon your professional viabilities. If your nation, if your individual, they are highly trained, they are skillful, and definitely you can say you have the high rank of the human resource development. So that's why if you claim that you are a high income country, it means that your economy is good and your human resource development is good. But if your professional level is not good, your individuals, they are not trained, so that's why you cannot expect the maximum growth of your economy as well. So as far as the working equines they are concerned, so Pakistan, that is among the countries which is having a high population of the working equines, including the donkeys, including the horses, and including the mules. And these working equines, they are mostly used by the poor families just to raise their, the economy, and just to uplift their economy. So these working equines, they are being utilized in various purposes. Particularly, you can see in these pictures, these working equines, they are being used as a pack animals. They are being used as for pulling the carts, and mostly the poor families, they are using these working equines in the brick kilns just to transport the. And similarly, these equines, they are being used for agriculture transportation. They are the very still, even in this arena of the high level of the vehicle provisions, still these equines, they are being used as a source of transportation, and they are being utilized as a source of income for the poor families. So the street ferry, this is that one of the if you go through the level of the low income or middle income countries, the street ferry this is one of the major service providing unit which is still you can say the providing the somehow medical or veterinary services for the management of the hoof health, and including this ferry, this is the unit, this street ferry, this is the unit which is mostly connected with the working equines which are run by the poor families. So although in Pakistan there are certain well-established ferry unit which are run by Pakistan Army or some registered stud farms, but still the street ferry or local street ferry, this is the only possible way which is providing the veterinary services to the working equines in Pakistan. So these street ferries, they are run by local street farriers, and these farriers, this is one of the profession which is inherited, and that is transported from the forefathers to the ancestors, and similarly from the fathers to the children. But nowadays the position that is a little bit showing the different stories, that because of the less because of the less benefiting capability of this profession, now the people, the farrier, they are not interested to transfer this profession to their children, because this is nowadays considered as the least earning profession in Pakistan. So this is the reason that we are, and similarly, the other very important reason behind is that we are still lacking a very important tool, that is the improvement in the ferry by applying the different skill development programs among these local street farriers. So they are still lacking the basic anatomical, the knowledge, and similarly they are still lacking the basic, the approaches which are used just to improve the equine balance, equine foot balance. So that's why they are lacking the modern knowledge, updated knowledge, and still they are keeping the ferry tools which were introduced by their forefathers, and that is going on. So we cannot see the farrier kits. In the farrier kits, the very modern or latest tool which can be used to improve the hoof health status. So this study or this survey was conducted in this district, one of the district, there is the district Jhang. This is the thickly populated district which contain the high population of the working equines. And the plan of the study was just the students, they were giving the assignment to meet with the different equine farriers, and they ascertain their current status, that the status was monitored in the form of these information, that how much the experience they have, what was the age of the farrier, and what was the source of learning the skill, whether they were giving the training by certain registered training agencies or not, and from where they have get the skill, and similarly marketing tactics, that how they can attract their client, and what is the current prices going on of the ferry services, and the source of other source of the income of these farriers if they have, and how much the basic knowledge of the ufology the farriers they were having. So the outcome of this study, the results that we have, that mostly the farrier, they are very much aged, and they are having the range of 30 to 60 years, and they learned the skill from their forefathers, and ongoing in some, and there are some cases they told us that they have learned the skill from their friends, and there are some cases that told us that just after going through the basic techniques they learn. And similarly, there are certain horse owners, they said that they also have attained this skin after going through the repeated you saw the experience of this technique or these practices on their own animals. Similarly, we also came to know that the blacksmiths, they are also involved with this profession, although they don't nothing about the knowledge, basic knowledge of the ferry, but still they are engaged and they are providing the services of making the shoe from the bar, and applying these shoes on the foot. And the services charges which are being claimed by these farriers, they are very much least and not more than $2. And it ranges from 250 Pakistani rupees to 500 Pakistani rupees. And the average monthly income, that is also not very much good. And for a very engaged farrier, it is around about 35,000 Pakistani rupees, and for a very low engaged person, it is ranging from up to 15,000 Pakistani rupees. And similarly, the lack of knowledge that was observed for the basic hoof anatomy, the scientific approach that was not good, and similarly, this has been resulted into many hoof issues as well. Similarly, the one thing that was noted, that was the poor approach for handling and restraining. Usually, I will show you the videos of some farriers at the end of this presentation, that they are not using the proper recommended handling, and mostly the farriers, they're just sitting on the ground, and they just allowing the owner just to handle the animal, and then they are doing their job. So the conclusion of this study is that comparing with the developed nation, the farrier status, the local street farrier of Pakistan, they need a very improved status in terms of knowledge, and and in terms of training and skill development. Similarly, good quality farrier services is the need of the hour to improve the welfare of the working equine, and a holistic approach that should always be used in the form of some projects, mini projects or mega projects to improve the welfare as well as the improve the status of the local street farrier by providing them a good skill and by to improve their economy as well. So thank you very much. So I have some video, just I will show you this one video. Uh, this video that was taken from another district, that is Multan, and the farrier name is Tariq Hussain, and you can see the street farrier who is sitting on the street and engaged with his work.
Dear respected professor, we are not able to see your video.
So you can see the poor handling and restraining approach here.
Dear respected professor, we can't see the video. Maybe you can see there,
Okay.
but
Okay.
it is not seeable here.
Okay, I can.
Saygıdeğer katılımcılar, hoca bir video gösterecek şeyle ilgili, alanıyla ilgili. Sayın katılımcılar, mail adresinizi paylaşırken bulunduğunuz kurumla ilgili de bilgi verirseniz ad soyadınızla birlikte daha sonraki iletişimler biraz daha kolay olabilir. Dear respected participants, during sharing your email address, maybe you can give more information, detailed information, so it will be easier to contact you back. Dear respected professor, we are still not able to see your video.
Okay, sir, I think there is a problem in sharing my screen. So I will email these videos to Professor Halil, and if somebody is interested, you can go through. So thank you very much, Hujam. Thank you very much, sir, for giving me this opportunity and honor.
Dear respected professor, thank you very much for your valuable presentation. It was an honor for us to listen you here. And as you said, we can send your videos by means of Professor Dr. Halil Selçuk Bridges to interested participants. Sayın hocalarım, videonun açılmasıyla ilgili bir problem oldu. Daha sonrasında Sayyet hocamız Halil Selçuk Bridges hocamıza iletecek. Videoya ilgi duyanlar Halil hocamdan alabilirler.